All right, let's drop in. Today, we are going deep into the mindset of extreme winter sports, and we're going to do it by deconstructing the ideas in a single song. We own the air.
So, the song kicks off with this line, and it's really the perfect place for us to start. You know, a dream is one thing, right? But these athletes, these riders, they're after something else entirely, something deeper. So what in the world lies beyond the dream?
Well, our journey starts right where theirs does, on the way up. This is the ascent. It's that quiet before the storm, that moment of prep, high above everything else.
I mean, just picture this for a second. You're standing so high up, the air is thin, and the whole world below just kind of fades away. It's this place of just jaw-dropping beauty, but at the same time, it is incredibly dangerous. This isn't just some pretty background. This is the arena. It's the canvas where it's all about to go down.
And this right here, this captures that moment perfectly. You can almost feel the adrenaline kicking in, you know? That's the heart pounding. And you can literally see the proof that you're alive in these insane conditions, your breath turning to steam. It's that last quiet moment of focus before you just commit.
And from that quiet focus, the confrontation begins. This is where all that potential energy becomes kinetic. It's you against the mountain, you against fear, and you against the laws of physics themselves.
This really gets to a core value of the whole culture. See, it's not about following some trail that's already there. It's about vision. It's about creativity and having the guts to draw your own line on a completely untouched mountain face. It's a statement of who you are, right up against this massive, powerful force of nature.
And here it is. This is the deal, the fundamental contract of the sport, laid out plain and simple. The stakes couldn't be any higher. One wrong move, you're gone too long. That's a very real acknowledgement of mortality. But the reward for staring that risk in the face, it's a feeling that almost nobody will ever experience, what it truly means to fly. It's a trade. You give it your fear, and in return, you get freedom.
And that feeling of flight brings us right to the climax, to the very soul of the song's message. This is that peak moment of pure expression. This is it. This is the whole idea. And it's not some arrogant claim, like they literally own the atmosphere. It's a description of a feeling. For just one perfect, transcendent moment, it's like the laws of gravity don't apply to you. There's this sense of total control, of being completely in the now, and a connection to the elements that feels like pure mastery.
So what is this feeling of owning the air really made of? Well, the lyrics break it down for us. It's about total liberation. No cage, no chains. It's about embracing these powerful opposites, the cold ice of the mountain and the flame inside you. It's a deliberate choice to live on the edge. And maybe most importantly, it's all about resilience. The cycle isn't just ride and succeed. No, it's ride, fall, rise again. And to actually survive that cycle, you have to have this, steel within. We're talking about something way more than just physical strength. This is the mental armor that lets a rider commit to a trick that seems impossible, to get back up after a nasty fall, and to quiet that little voice in their head that's screaming, "This is crazy."
But the experience doesn't just stop at that physical peak. It actually evolves. It pushes past the limits of the body, and maybe even past the limits of time itself.
Just think about that imagery for a second. The run isn't just a fleeting moment that disappears, it leaves a mark, a temporary signature on the landscape. Every track is like a sentence, and the whole line down the mountain tells a story. It's the physical proof of the rider's journey. And that story, it escalates. You start by carving that first tail. Then you push it. You go bigger, you go faster. Then you start to defy the natural order of things, riding after the sun goes down. And that's where this final step happens. You're just a ghost in white, lit by a headlamp, moving through the darkness in this state of pure flow, where time itself just seems to melt away.
So after all that, what's the big takeaway? What's the core philosophy that drives someone to do all this? Well, that brings us to the ethos.
And this part is absolutely crucial. This is the why. It is not about getting famous, it's not about prize money, it's not about gear. The song is crystal clear, not for the goods. The drive is 100% internal. It's for the thrill, for the raw, unfiltered experience, and for a kind of truth you can only find in that moment of flight.
What a powerful idea, right? It's a paradox. The rider welcomes this harsh, biting cold, but fights it with an internal fire. There's this belief that by living so intensely, by chasing this pure experience, you're tapping into something that's timeless. You don't grow old because you are just too busy living.
At their very core, this is who they are. Wild. Not playing by society's rules, but answering a call from the mountains. They are untamed, a spirit that just refuses the easy path, one that can't be broken or domesticated. And finally, unchained. This is it. This is the ultimate state of being they're chasing. Free from fear, free from expectations, totally and completely free from the ordinary. It's the whole philosophy in a single word.
So we want to leave you with this thought. The mountains and the snow, that might not be your arena. But the principle, that's universal. That hunt for a moment where you feel completely free, totally present, and truly, deeply alive. So the question for you is, what does being unchained look like in your world?